Hi, what's up YouTube? Thanks for joining me. Quick drink of tea to get me started, and let's have a look at what's going on in astrology at the moment. Now, this is something I made a separate channel for a while ago, but for some reason this channel's growing and the other channel isn't, and I'm thinking I might move the astrology over here because this is becoming a much more spiritual kind of channel, the way it's going with the card readings I've done and stuff. There'll be some more of those live with card readings on YouTube, Sunday night, 6:30 p.m. Internet permitting, of course, but it permitted us last week, so we'll try it again. Today is Friday, the 22nd of February 2019. The moon is in Libra. She has been there since yesterday. It was the afternoon she came in UK time, but it would have been a whole Libra day in the States and Canada. Increased sociability, people take an interest in new acquaintances, meeting people, finding understanding of what each other are on about. Partnerships come into focus as well, with things start going on around relationships. All very positive, really. There is a slight twist in the, well, it's a big twist in the tail for today, but I'll get to that very soon. Anyway, that was Libra, came in yesterday, still very much a Libra day now, right through until tomorrow, 15:55 UK time. So it's like that must be 7:55 a.m. 10:55 a.m. Wherever you are in the States and Canada, one of those would apply to you. 13 hours ahead in New Zealand, of course. And when the moon enters Scorpio, we get kind of, the emotions come up a bit, and for that reason things turn black and white. You don't have to be a Scorpio to experience this, but it's the Scorpio thing of either you're for me or against me, kind of it's a good thing or a bad thing. There's not the middle ground that we'd like to find, basically, when we're looking through these things. Excuse me. Nothing quite like a cup of Earl Grey of a morning. So that's great. I mean, we're actually still coming down from the energy of the full moon. It's waning energy, certainly. The moon is actually in a waning cycle now, whereas she is 89.8% and on the way down. Third quarter happens on the 26th of February. That's when she's 50% full, and it all slows down a bit, and that's 11:27 a.m. UTC, which is actually the UK time at the moment. Pretty soon things will change. We'll get into British summertime, and that'll all be nice and crazy. But right now, I know what the times are. I know where the times are going. And third quarter is 11:27 a.m. UTC on the 26th of February. There we are. I've said it again. Looking at today's alignment, the Sun, sextile Mars. Very favourable in a lot of ways, favourable for breaking new ground, doing a new thing, starting something you've never looked into before. But it's good to have a plan behind that, because when Mars is involved, the energy can be very, very frisky, shall we say, and it can lead to people kind of becoming frustrated with projects, maybe losing their temper a bit with each other, that kind of thing. As long as you've got a project in mind, something constructive that you want to work on and that you want to do, then that Mars energy is going to be very, very positive indeed. So it's great for getting things done. My voice isn't great for getting things done this morning, excuse me, right. So the moon square Saturn, it's conservative, it's serious. Some people feel a bit isolated because of that, particularly kind of people who enjoy having fun and having a bit of a laugh, like including me, find it difficult to be taken seriously on a day like this because everyone else is so kind of bogged down in the seriousness. So, well, they need to take a chill pill, frankly, if you're struggling with that one. The people who won't let you in need to take a chill pill. Whether they will or not is another matter, and if you tell them to, I don't think it'll work. Mercury is square Jupiter. Now this means important communications really kind of come up and can make a huge difference. Well, they always can, can't they? But we'll see more of that with Mercury square Jupiter. Now Mercury is in the pre-shadow to retrograde phase at the moment, and things can become very confusing, particularly around communication. But Mercury is actually going to square Jupiter 3 times during this retrograde. Very much worth thinking about, but what will happen, who knows, because Jupiter is a gas giant. A bit really like if you've ever given a cat a bath or a hairy dog, and suddenly the animal inside the hair, you can see, you know, through the hair because the hair's all wet and sticks down, and the animal inside is tiny. Jupiter is a bit like that. If we washed all the gas away, I've no idea how big it would be, but it's basically, it's not as big and it's not as powerful as it looks, but it is very powerful, so we need to think about that. Moral, philosophical, religious things tend to be what people might argue about in that situation. And we may see international meetings. On the other hand, we may not, because I think the political leaders of the world have more or less given up on a great deal of what matters. Anyway, today, this is really worth thinking about. Power struggles over love and money are likely to get intense wherever they are actually coming up at the moment. Venus is actually conjunct Pluto at the moment, and that just means power struggles over love and money, basically. So wherever love and money are in your life, look at that carefully, think about it, and just don't get drawn in if someone's really kind of fighting for the power. Just stand your ground, just hang in there and try not to get too involved, because this only lasts a few days and then you'll come out of it. Mars sextile Neptune. People are very motivated by their ideology, their beliefs, religious feelings or anti-religious feelings even. That's very powerful at the moment. A great day to make a YouTube video about aliens, in my opinion, which I might do later, but I've got the clock to do, haven't I? I'm really looking forward to doing that clock, actually. In fact, where is the clock? Just talk among yourselves for about 1 second. I'll find the clock, because I did a bit more to the clock last night. Here we go, and this is my subscriber giveaway clock, which is kind of not quite ready yet, but which is coming on all the time. Keep an eye out for the videos. I've actually managed to fit the disc into the middle this time. It took me till late last night, but I did it. Great, so what's that got to do with Mars sextile Neptune? Ideology, beliefs, leadership is dramatic, offers universal solutions to problems. Jupiter itself void in Sagittarius, but that's not the main thing really. The thing to look out for today are Venus and Pluto, love and money, relationships, and where they're getting you in terms of, financial stability, that kind of thing. Really, the money's got nothing to do with love, I'm really sure of that, but it's a lot easier to feel the love if we're not worried sick about money, isn't it? Something to think about there on this incredible Friday, which is the 22nd of February. So thank you, friends, for watching. I think the astrology is now going to live on the Twig Brother channel. I think that's the best place for it. But we've got to make sure everybody comes over from Astro Truth before I make any big moves like that. Anyway, keep it real, keep it Twig Brother. Thanks for watching. I'll be back later with some more of the amazing clock project. Doing some private sittings today. If anybody would like a psychic reading or an email reading, it can be a phone reading, you can come to my house if you live near enough to do that. I charge £15 for half an hour. I hope it's well worth it. People say it is. Don't hesitate to give me a shout. And I'll also be here Sunday doing those psychic readings, 6:30 p.m. Sunday, right here on YouTube on the Twig Brother channel. Thanks again, guys. Give me a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it. If you haven't enjoyed it, you know what to do. It all adds to my audience engagement, and I'd rather know if you don't like it, then I can make it a bit better, eh? Okay, have a great day, folks. I'll see you very soon. Goodbye.